One of the biggest reasons why I believe photographers don't come out of a photo shoot with images that they're really happy with is because they're not directing their talent and they're not leading the photo shoot. In this video, I'm going to be personally sharing how I direct my subjects on set and how I lead a photo shoot. Recently, I was on a shoot with Ben Christensen, and while we were shooting, he really emphasized the importance of directing the talent when you're on set. So in this video, I'm also going to be sharing a few clips from that shoot. So the first thing that I want to start off with is the topic of confidence. So even if you're feeling unexperienced or you're an introverted person, it's really good to show confidence in your skill because it's going to put the talent at ease. That's why I'm such a big advocate for being in environments that you're really comfortable with when you're just starting out, because you can kind of learn to get those nerves out in an environment that you feel comfortable with. Okay, so now when I say confidence, what does that exactly look like? So having a calm demeanor, creating conversation with your talent, you're not fumbling around with your gear on set, and you're dressed appropriately for the environment that you're shooting in. This just shows a level of professionalism, and when you personally feel like a professional, everyone's going to treat you like a professional. When we just started out in photography, we thought that taking photos was just looking through the viewfinder, pressing the shutter, but there's so much more to running a photography business, and a lot of that comes down to the confidence that you have. Number two, it's important to give detailed instructions. If you want your subject to look at you, there's a difference between saying, hey, okay, just look at me now, versus saying, okay, so now I want your chin towards me, but I want your eye line to be looking just to the right of me here. Your attention to detail can ultimately be the difference between a good photo versus a great photo. Oftentimes before I begin shooting in a location, I like to talk to my talent and let them know exactly what I'm looking for and what I'm hoping to achieve from those photos. And it's never really a super detailed vision, but I do want them to know what I'm looking for because that's going to help them understand why I'm asking what I am. And if they have ideas that pop up, they can mention that as well. And when it comes to action sports photography, it's really important to give that direction as well for safety reasons, as well as you're going to know your overall timing of what's going to take place because you've been able to set that up beforehand and communicate that. I know this example is going to kind of sound silly when I say this, but if I want my rider to go hit a jump, I'm going to go tell them to hit that jump. And I'm not going to tell them, oh, just go out and ride, because if I go and tell them to just go ride, I'm not going to have great positioning on my photos, and realistically, I'm just hoping that one of the shots and one of the photos turn out that I get from that, rather than having them go hit a specific jump, get my specific positioning and specific timing. I know exactly how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and I can maximize the shot that I'm taking. That's why detail is so important. One of the people that I really learned from when it comes to directing my talent is a person called Jessica Kubasi. She's honestly probably one of the best people that I've seen online that gives really good direction and feedback while she's shooting, and just has an overall vision and direction for what she wants to shoot. She honestly is very good at leading the shoot. So if you do want to level up your direction, I would definitely look at Jessica's page. Number three, it's good to slow things down. It can be so easy to get excited about the shots that you're taking that you almost just become complacent about the other steps that I just mentioned. When I'm gonna shoot and we change locations, I like to just pull myself away from the camera and just take a breath. And while I'm taking that breath, I like to look at the lighting, potential shadows, if there's anything out of position with my talent, and also looking to see if there's a better backdrop that I can put my talent in front of. Looking at all of these things before even looking through a viewfinder helps me to be more present within my surroundings, and as well more detail oriented so that I can capture the best images possible. But it can feel a little bit strange sometimes when you have your camera set down, you're just kind of like looking around at different things, and it kind of looks like you're not really paying attention to the shoot. It's funny, sometimes I've had my talent just kind of like stand there awkwardly and kind of give me a weird look, but I just reassure them that I'm looking at specific things like the lighting or the background, or possibly like the best position that they can stand in, or for action sports if they're like driving through a frame or whatever. Just reassuring them that I am focused on the shoot still. Honestly, I think that communicating this as well helps to reassure the talent, gives them confidence that you're putting a lot of attention to detail and you want these photos to turn out the best that they possibly can. I think ultimately the key to having a successful photo shoot is just really good communication, but it is a skill that's cultivated and it gets better over time as you practice it and you focus on it. So just to sum things up, be confident, give detailed instructions, and slow things down. These things will ultimately provide you with a better photo shoot in the end. If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe, and I also think that you'll like this video where I talk about one thing that pro photographers do for cinematic shots. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.
It's a fun day out shooting with Ben here. It was such a pleasure. Thank you so much, Ben. Really appreciate it.
It was so much fun. Thanks for joining me in my home, the desert, the backyard. I love this stuff. It's crazy hot out here, but you crushed it, dude. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Yeah, if you guys are ever out here, come hit up Ben. He's going to be doing many more things like this. So follow him on Instagram, and you'll see more stuff like this. So yeah, much more to come.
Crazy weird stuff, dude.
Sweet.